Hey there, how's everyone doing today? I'm doing great. We're going to be unboxing this special Seiko watch here, and you can tell by the long skinny box that we're about to see something special. This is a Seiko Presage, and this is one of the 55th anniversary watches. And no, this isn't one of the 55th anniversary watches celebrating the Seiko Dive. This is the 55th anniversary Chronograph limited edition celebrating the special chronograph watch that came out in 1964. There you can see the booklets, kind of the boring stuff, so let's get past that. And in here you've got a simple black box. It's very elegant, just classy. Let's open this guy up. And then on top there you've got what looks like one of the yellow pouches they use. You find that on the Astron series a lot. They give you those yellowish pouches, which are kind of weird because they don't really match anything else that they've got in the brand there. So there you go. It says Presage limited edition, and this is a beautiful watch with a beautiful ivory colored dial. And there you've got the simple black strap. You know, looks almost like a tuxedo strap type thing, and the dial on this is amazing. Take a look at this. Fantastic. As I move it around in the light, you can see how the light just bounces off that ivory, and fantastic. There you can see the movement in the back. It is a mechanical automatic watch, and it is a chronograph, so it is a mechanical chronograph watch. And there's a little better look at the band. So what Presages are known for are their dials, and this dial here is amazing. It really has got that kind of retro feel to it, but it also has the timeless feel to it. It looks like something that looks fine at any time. It's just a classic design. This model is the SRQ031, and what makes this Presage a little different than other Presages is that this one is a little more sporty than the Presages we're used to seeing. This one could easily kind of fit into the Prospex line, but they did it in the Presage here, and it is a nice addition to the Presage, and I think it's because of how well they finished the dial and everything, so they threw it in there. So this is basically it uses the visual accents of the Crown chronograph that Seiko made back in 1964. It's got a mixture of different texture on the dials. Again, when you saw me move it around in the light, and you'll see it now when we switch at the different angles, this thing just pops. It's hard not to keep staring at this fantastic dial. I know I keep going on and on about it, but the dial here is really what pushes the watch for me. And it's just cool. It's different. It looks different than the other products Seiko has out there. It does look like a higher end watch, just the feel of it and everything. You see it in the book, you can't really appreciate it, or if you see it online. But when you look at it in person, you really get to appreciate it, and that's where I think a lot of the Presage, they don't photograph well, but then when you see them and you're like, oh yeah, that's why that's that much, and that's why that's cool. This watch was released 55 years ago. They announced that they were making this version back in 2019, so we've all been waiting to see it in person. And this watch was different because back in 1964 it was a monopusher chronograph, and it also had a rotating bezel. So it's a little different than your normal chronograph nowadays, but instead of taking that same type of system that they used back in '64, they modernized the chronograph, so it's able to be used like we're all used to using the chronographs there. So this is the SRQ031, and you can see the different ivory texture dial. What I like about it too, that even though it's kind of got that gloss finish and the different textures there, it's not too much. It doesn't shine back at you a lot where you can't see the dial, you can't read the hands. Everything is very legible, looks fantastic, and here you can see a close-up of that dial. You know, we go through a lot of watches and see it, but this one was one that really stood out when I saw it. Very, very nice. So this watch is a limited edition. This is limited edition to only 1,000 watches worldwide. So if you want one, this one is sure to sell out quick, because this is a fantastic watch. It's different than any watch you'd have in your collection. Now this watch, the SRQ031, it uses a caliber, the 8R48 caliber. And that Seiko caliber was first introduced back, I think it was 2014, and it's basically the premier caliber for chronograph watches that Seiko uses, that traditional, Seiko itself uses. Now this type of movement is different. It has a special column wheel and a vertical clutch, and it uses Seiko's three-pointed hammer, which they have a patent on, and it's got a special heart-shaped cam. And what that does is, when you're pushing a chronograph, it jumps it right back. So it synchronizes it. It resets the watch beautifully, and it's amazing. And that's what that heart-shaped cam does. So the movement in this is fantastic. The 8R48. This year there was another chronograph, the SRQ021, and that one uses the same movement as well. But fantastic movement in this mechanical watch. And here, looking at the dial again, geez, this watch is just fantastic to look at. You can see the box crystal there. This is no ordinary box crystal. It is a sapphire box crystal, and if you've ever had to replace a box crystal, a sapphire box crystal, you can tell they are a little more expensive than your traditional sapphire crystals. So seeing it, the dial, the sub dials, everything fits in, and that bezel, it's a bi-directional rotating bezel. It is very smooth. It moves almost a little too easy to me, I think, but you're not using it for timing stuff too much. You would use the basic chronograph part for that. So you just got to be aware of it, that you could, if you pushed it hard enough, the bezel does move on you. And here we can see that movement I was just talking about. And this watch uses a special type of polishing that Seiko does on their higher end luxury watches. It uses the Zaratsu polish, and that's why you can see how stunning this watch is, and the polishing is on point in it. It's fantastic. It also has the super hard coating that helps prevent scratches and stuff on the watch, and that's something else found usually on Grand Seikos, but Seiko's been doing it on their high-end Seiko watches. And here you can see it on my wrist. My wrist is a 7.5-inch wrist. Now you see it on there. It doesn't look too large. This watch is a little bit on the larger size. It's a 42.3 diameter, and it is a little thicker, and part of that thickness really is because of the box crystal. Box crystals tend to stick out a little more, but that really is what gives it that retro feel. And the power reserve on this is 45 hours. Here you can see the watch in the dark. It's got a great lume for a dress watch. Overall, I find it to be a fantastic watch, a great addition. The only thing is the price point, but for the quality of watch you're getting, you compare it to other brands, it is actually a pretty good price point when you consider it. The lug width for this, if you guys like to change straps, is 20 millimeter, so you can change out that black band to maybe something less